Hi, welcome to day 4 of the 9 candles. And today's guest is Dr. Gail. And if you don't know who Dr. Gail is, you have not been looking at my channel much. But anyway, what we're gonna do is light the candles and she's gonna talk about the becoming and from her perspective. So we're gonna go to the candles. I'm gonna remind you that.
We're lighting them now.
Yeah, I'm gonna light them right now. Okay. This day 1. Day 2. Do its thing. We may not make it with one match. Day 3.
Are you using matches?
Yeah, my other thing didn't work today, so day 4. I hope it lights. It lit. Yay! But we ain't going to do 5 candles light on those matches, let me tell you. Okay. And as you know, there's a chrysanthemum stone in the middle because all of these candles are little roses. And then I have a tiger's eye watching out on us, looking at us while we're doing our thing. And desert stones, desert roses, because that's a great stone for cutting the cords when you're talking about cutting energy. And becoming. In this sacred moment, we gather to honor the journey of becoming. We open our hearts to this ritual, welcoming the vast potential within us. This potential, seated in our very DNA, holds the blueprint of our growth and transformation. As we light each candle, we invoke the power of photonic energy, the very essence of light. This light symbolizes the illumination of our path and the awakening of our inner wisdom and the nurturing warmth of universal love. Each flicker of the flame is a reminder of the divine sparks within each of us that connects us to the infinite web of the universe. We breathe deeply, feeling the gentle dance of energy that surrounds us. The energy flows through us, around us, beyond us, weaving into the fabric of the very essence. It calls on us to become one with a grateful dance, to move in harmony with the rhythms of life. In this state of connection, we recognize that our individual journeys are part of a larger cosmic journey. Our growth is not isolated, but it's intertwined with the growth of all beings. We are strands of a great tapestry of the universe and the elementals, each one contributing to our unique essence to the whole. As we light these candles, we release any resistance, any fear of change. We surrender to the flow of becoming and trusting the wisdom of our DNA, the guiding light of the universe. We allow ourselves to expand, to evolve, to become in the fullest expression of our true selves. With each breath, we feel the very presence of the universe within us. We are not separate. We are one with the stars, the earth, and each other. We embrace the dance of the energy, knowing that we are supposed to be loved and guided for each step of this journey. We carry the light of these candles within us as a beacon of hope and transformation. We step forward into our lives with renewed faith, open hearts, and a deep sense of connection with the universal web of being. May we always remember that we are part of something greater, that our journey of becoming is a sacred, beautiful dance with the universe. And with that meditation, now, Dr. Gail, you get to tell us about your view of becoming.
Well, that was beautiful, Nancy, and thank you for having me. My view of the becoming, well, I was shown, first off, I had a dream and I was taken up by these beings I'm going to be working with here in the future. And they started spinning me around like I was in a lettuce spinner, and pieces of me started flying off. And I didn't understand any of that until I started tapping into asking them questions about it this morning. Now, this dream happened a couple of weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, um, Nancy Jean is talking about doing the 9 candles and about becoming. And that's what they did tell me. This was about becoming. I was throwing off pieces that I don't need anymore so I could help them in the 7th dimension. but they were telling me about, which I've been struggling with for a long time now, and even Nancy Jean and I've been discussing it, how I see people's root chakras getting smaller as our heart chakras get larger. And they were telling me, well, what he was telling me this morning about that is I knew that was going to happen, but I didn't understand why, because I thought if we lose our root chakra, then we won't be attached to earth. But no, that's not it. The root chakra will be getting smaller because we will be getting rid of our fear, our I'm going to read my notes here. We'll be getting rid of letting go of fear, our fighting, our greed, our fight or flight. We will be getting rid of that, and we'll be coming together with more compassion, and it'll be more love based. And the reason why that'll happen is we'll be coming together and we'll be provided the things that we need. So we're not going to have to worry about going out and getting money, trying to look for food, for shelter. It'll be provided for us in all collective, and it'll be a collective of love, and that everybody will be helping each other. So as we move towards that, our root chakra will get smaller, but we will still be attached to earth. It will just be getting smaller because we'll be shedding off of those things. And that is happening now, that we are getting rid of some of these fears. And one of the big things that he showed me was almost like a cartoon character, where it's a woman, she was reaching out for these dollar signs as a dog was biting her on her leg. And I was going, so
Mhm.
that was kind of a graphic picture, which they do show me a lot of times
Mhm.
pictures, but that was kind of be like, that's what we're going to be losing, is that running after the money and something biting us as we're going forward, and we're going to be moving towards more of a heart-centered um, group where we'll be providing for everybody and everybody will have their needs met. And so that's what I saw as our becoming, which we have been talking about this for months, about
Mhm.
why the root chakra was getting smaller. And it did worry me because I thought we were going to be detached from earth, but that was not it at all. Is that we will be getting rid of our warlike, our fear, our needs will be met, so we don't have to have all that kind of fear with us anymore, and it'll be our heart chakra will be able to grow with love.
Mhm.
So
Get
that's my
rid of
take
all
on
that, get rid of all that excess stuff. The guy who wrote the poem that we're basing this on, John Rodell, which will be in the description below, he did not put his lady in a salad spinner. He did.
I wasn't in a salad spinner, but that's how I felt because they were spinning me around so fast.
Yeah,
And
well, and this is
these
what
were falling off.
God said when they said, but I'm breaking down. And God says, no, you don't understand. You're breaking through. What you are feeling is just growing pains. You are shedding the things and the people in your life that are holding you back. You aren't falling apart. You're falling into place.
That would be exactly right. I mean, falling into place with our heart chakra. And I think that's what we all need to start working on a lot more, is
Mm-hmm.
our heart chakras, and getting in touch more with that. And all your chakras are important. But I think because our heart chakras will be growing, that's what we need to be centered more, that love um, heart chakra.
And I find it easier when I meditate. If I can do the breathing or breathe into your heart,
Right.
because it's sort of the same place. It's,
And I'll do some specific heart chakra meditations that
mm-hmm.
are great ones out there that are free that you can do.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
so, but yeah, that's my take on it. And my take, of course, comes from my guides and my ETs that I work with, and this is all showing me our future.
Yes. Are you going to get a different spaceship?
I don't know yet. This has been such a slow burn with going up there working in the seventh dimension, and I know this was a big step with spinning all this other stuff off of me, and so it's just been a really slow. Everything else has been very fast on what I was doing, but this has been pretty slow. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's because I have moved all the way from California to South Carolina that they're giving me a break, which they usually
Mm-hmm.
never do. But this actually, I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But I know that was a big event, was shedding all those pieces off of me.
Mm-hmm. Well, great. Do you have any other wit and wisdom you care to share with us today?
Any other wisdom that's, I'm just, we're all talking about the energy that's coming in, and I think that is part of us, um, shedding some of that part, and it is developing in us, um, and it's moving us towards these things. And I think it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like when they did spin me in that, oh, not, but they spin me around. It's almost like I was lighter after that. And I
Mhm.
think right now when we're having that energy coming in, I think it's making us all feel heavier and heavier and heavier. And we have got to get rid of some of this stuff to get us back to feeling light. But when we're being bombarded with all this energy coming in, we're not sure how to put on the exit part, how to get rid of this other part to make us back lighter again. And I think that's what we kind of need to start really looking
Yeah,
at the things that are important to you right now and see what you can shed. Because every time you get a more coming in, there's something that needs to go out to make you lighter.
right.
It might be that you just got to look at your life and see what you don't need.
That's right. And so you'll feel balanced with what you've got. So you,
Right. And allow for the next round of energy to come in too.
oh, I've had enough rounds of energy. Thank you very much. And they just keep sending those little photonic showers in. I was reading today, Dr. Gail, about Betelgeuse, the star that's, I forget which group it's with, but it's a big star.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they've been predicting for a while that they thought it was getting ready to explode, become a supernova.
Really, I didn't know that. I didn't know Beetlejuice was going to explode.
Well, I don't think they know for sure. They weren't saying, wake up next Tuesday and see. I think it's just like a lot of other things in our lives, but there's a lot of stuff going up out in the sky that are going to be visual reminders to us of, what's going on. There's another thing. It's not a supernovas are where stars explode.
Mhm.
And this is when they make stardust and everything starts again for those molecules. But there's another star, it's a set of stars, it's a double star in Taurus that there's a big star and a little star, and the little star goes around the big star, and it gathers up so much energy from the big star that about once every 80 years, it literally blows its top. It becomes a nova, and you can see it during the daytime. And they'd seen it for years, and nobody knew what was causing it. Well, now we have so much better satellites and so much better ways of observing, and that's supposed to happen between now and the end of September.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot when you're talking about a lot of things sort of blown apart so that they can come back together and be real. It's it's going on big time up there too.
Well, I know there's something big event supposed to be happening in September, and then again also in December, and I don't know exactly what those are.
In December, this at the winter solstice, the ley lines are going to lock in place. That's when we get our web around the world.
Oh, okay, okay.
And the elementals can move freely. They don't have to wait for the paths to get straight during the
Right.
solstices and the equinoxes. The 4 times a year that they do that.
Or aligning the stars with the ley lines.
Yes. Well, that's where they come from. The ley lines were set down by people from certain areas in time. But
Right.
I'm going to be talking about that more in my shows. I'm going to be talking about my journey with energy. And
Oh gosh, what a show that'll be.
well, it's not going to be one show. It's going to be all the way back to finding out about the cloud that was protecting us from the photonic energy going away, and then all the other things, and about we're in a new 13,000 year cycle that they've known that the planet went through because they could find remainders of the energy shifts in the crystal at the crystalline level in stones. So guys, it moves crystalline level of stones. What's going to do our cute little pudgy bodies. So
Yeah, and also the pyramids, they were the ones that the peak of the pyramid, the energy came through the pyramids and they did
Mhm.
have a protection around Earth at one time. And
Mhm.
that's the pyramids emitted that between the ley lines, energy that went up through the pyramid peaks, and it created us a protection around Earth. Now we don't have that because some of those pyramids have deteriorated and Earth's changed. But originally, that's what the pyramids
And
did
there
do.
are pyramids everywhere, guys. If you ever
Right.
you want to be really bored and you can't find anything else to watch and you want to find something on YouTube, just put in pyramids and ah, you will find more stuff.
And they're on different planets too.
Mm-hmm. So, well, thank you for coming by, Dr. Gail, and sharing your current visions of the world, and we enjoyed it. And we're going to go back to the candles on the table, and we're going to,
Blow them out.
yeah, finally got one that turned so I didn't have to burn myself doing that. And as I remind you all, that smoke that's wafting up to the heavens is taking our thoughts and our intentions and our prayers, and it's for us to become as whole as we can be so we can finish this dance. Thank you, Dr. Gail, for joining me today.
Thank you, Nancy Jean, and thanks everybody.
See you guys tomorrow night. Bye.